Hello, everybody out there. Uh, Brief introduction here. My name is Adam. Little backstory. Just recently got into smoking pipes. My wife bought me my first pipe for Christmas this year. Uh, and obviously, some of the first things you do when you get a pipe, you try to figure out, best practices, best tobaccos, stuff like that. You obviously go online and you turn to YouTube. Watching everyone's different YouTube videos kind of got me inspired to start making videos of my own. So we will consider this my first venture into the YouTube pipe community. Uh, like I said before, my name's Adam. I've been smoking a pipe for about a month now, and so my wife bought me my first pipe off Amazon and just got me some over-the-counter tobacco, Captain Black Gold, and then some other stuff that I smoked once, and it was just awful. So up until then, I hadn't had any experience smoking a pipe at all. I'd seen it around. I always thought it was cool. Saw it was something I would be interested in, and she surprised me for Christmas with a pipe. And ever since then, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's taken over my life, but it's definitely been something that I've enjoyed, and I wanted to get into more. So I figured that this would be a good way to go about it. So I recently went out, got a couple old used pipes from an antique store, made sure to wash the stems really well, make sure they were all clean and everything like that. And maybe we'll get into that in a different video, but this first video was actually my first purchase that I wanted to go over off of pipesandcigars.com. So without further ado, let's get into it. I guess you could call this a box opening. I don't have it in the box anymore. I essentially immediately opened it as soon as it came in the mail yesterday. But I haven't smoked any of the pipes. I haven't tried any of the tobacco that I received. So I'm probably going to do another video later on reviewing the tobaccos and the pipes that I got. So let's get into it here. So if any of you are on pipesandcigars.com a lot, you probably saw this little deal, this little special they came up with not too long ago. It was $2 for cob and some of this cherry aromatic tobacco. Now, from what I've experienced so far, from what I've tried, the very first one I tried was that Captain Black Gold, which was, it was a cheaper aromatic. And then I went to my local tobacco shop here, and they've had a lot of different tobaccos as well. And the first two I got were other aromatics that were, they were coffee and chocolate flavors and stuff like that. And they weren't too bad. What I did experience is they did burn very hot, and they led to a lot of tongue bite. So I wanted to get into, more of the different sort of blends, the English and the Virginias and stuff like that. But they had a lot of their own blends there at this tobacco shop, so I got a couple of different blends like that that I believe were some sort of English and Virginia blends, and I actually enjoyed those a lot more. To me, they just smoke better, there's less tongue bite, there's better overall flavor. And for my wife, who ends up not liking the smell of a pipe, the smell lingers around a whole lot less. So that's something that obviously she prefers, which is why I have this lovely brick backdrop here, because I'm coming to you from my basement for, well, just the next few days, because we're actually in the process of moving as well. So anyways, back to this. It was this Pipa Cherry Aromatic Tobacco with corn cob pipe. So like I said, I haven't tried this, haven't tried any of this yet. This is what it comes in. You don't really get an idea of what kind of tobacco you're going to get. So I had seen other people who put on the reviews on there that it ends up being a cherry aromatic, but I was kind of hoping like maybe something different will come, but no, this is what we got. But I mean, it smells good. I haven't had any cherry aromatics yet. I know a lot of people rave about it as like being the, sort of the go-to first tobacco. But I haven't tried it yet, but it smells good. So I'm excited to try that just to see what it's like. So on to the pipe now. Sort of more interesting backstory to me personally. Um, Everyone on you know in into pipes knows about Missouri Meerschaum. They're located out of a small town in Missouri, Washington, Missouri, which is actually my hometown. I was born and raised in Washington, Missouri, um, and before I even knew what it was, obviously, Washington's a small enough town. You drive by just about every building, especially downtown by the riverfront, and it's literally right on the riverfront downtown. And I never really realized it until a few years ago that they're the number one manufacturer of corncob pipes. So getting into pipe smoking now, I've been wanting to get anything Missouri Meerschaum because I just think it's really cool. I grew up there, and now I get to support, like one of the oldest local businesses there, and I was really excited to get my first corncob pipe. And so, luckily enough, that tobacco deal came with this little beauty. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I tried to do some research on this. I believe this is a Missouri Pride. I do not know for sure. All you seasoned Meerschaum collectors, let me know. But it's unfinished. It's rough. I love the feel of it. It's light. Like I said, I've yet to smoke any of this stuff that I've got here. I've only smoked briars and just hardwood pipes so far. So I'm really excited to smoke corn cobs because I feel like it's just going to be a very different experience. And just the connection of being from Washington, Missouri, and smoking a pipe made in Washington, Missouri, literally like 5 minutes from where I grew up. I don't know. Everyone who smokes a pipe has a little bit of a sense of nostalgia, I think, and I think that's one of the big draws about it is just the sense of nostalgia, the taking your time, going back to a simpler time. It takes you away from all your just any sort of stress you have in your life. But it's ironic that we're doing this, taking us back to a simpler time and broadcasting it on the internet, the most modern time thing of our generation, you would say. So, anyways, on to the second part of my order. Like I said, I've been wanting to get into some different sort of blends of tobacco, and you start watching reviews, and you see Dunhill over and over again. And I went back and forth on what I wanted my first Dunhill to be, but I decided to go for it's the Early Morning Pipe. I didn't get a tin. I got an ounce because just starting out right now, I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on something that I'm not going to like. And I think for an ounce, it was like $3 or something like that. So I'm super excited to try this. This is probably going to be the first one that I smoke. And it does smell really good. I mean, it smells different than any of the other tobaccos that I got. Even the different sort of English and Virginia blends that I got from my local tobacco shop. It just smells, I don't know, it smells fuller than those did. And I'm sure in time I'll be able to give you a better breakdown of what I'm getting in here because, like I said, I know very little about tobacco right now. But this definitely seems like something I'm going to enjoy, at least I hope, and look to try more of the Dunhill blends in the future, because it was either this or the 965 mixture. Those were my two number ones that I wanted to try, so 965 mixture will probably be my next one. And then, on to the final part of the box that I got from Pipes and Cigars. So, back to the Missouri Meerschaum factor. I wanted to buy a corncob pipe, and I looked, and I was trying to figure out, which one I wanted. Eventually, I'm going to do the grab bag for the $33. Just in the process of moving right now. Just trying to save a little bit more money. I think total I spent on delivery and everything with the items that I got, I think was $12. So you really can't beat that. 2 pipes, 2 different tobaccos, $12. Not gonna beat it, but I wanted one of my first corn cob that I smoked to fittingly be this is the Bent Washington from Missouri Meerschaum. Ordered this from Pipes and Cigars. I think it was $5. It's very cheap for what it is, I think, because it's got a nice finish. I love the way it feels. I love the bent. I love the bent stem. It's light. You can punch it easily. So yeah, I think this is gonna be my first smoke of the early morning pipe. And like I said, I'm gonna try to do a video of that as well. And that may even be the night. So, anyways, it was a pleasant experience getting to do all this. Probably not quite as pleasant as smoking it will be. So hopefully more to come. Appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the support. Any support that I get. I appreciate watching everyone else's videos. And I will be back with you guys shortly. Good smokes to all. Thanks.